Hi, this is Lakshmi from Indiahikes. Recently, when I was at Raithal, which is the base camp for one of our treks, I got accidentally bitten by a bee. And it took almost 4 days for the swelling to come down. And it was quite painful and itchy for the entire duration of the 4 days. So I realized this can happen to anybody who's going on a trek. So in this video, I want to cover some of the common insects that you might encounter on the trek, and if they bit you, what should you do? First, let us cover the most common insect that you might find in any of our treks, which is a mosquito. With mosquito, of course, there is no way to address them except to try and prevent them as much as possible. So the only thing you must do is do a check. Is mosquitoes a problem in the region that you're going to be trekking in? If so, make sure that you are carrying with you an insect repellent, either in the form of a roller or in the form of a topical cream. Whatever might be the comfortable thing for you, make sure that you're having it with you. Another thing is wear light shaded yet fully covered clothes, just to ensure that you don't give so many access points for the insects to come and bite you. The next insect that I want to talk about is a tick. In many Central Indian treks, you might encounter ticks. Ticks can be actually quite dangerous in that they're also a vector, meaning that they are carriers of viruses and bacteria that can actually cause secondary problems to you. So it is important that we ensure that when you are trekking in a region where ticks are possible, that you first try and prevent any tick from biting you as much as possible. And in the case that it does bite you, then you make sure that we take the necessary precautions later. So first, in terms of prevention, the same thing goes as what you do with a mosquito. You can wear insect repellents on your body to ensure that no ticks approach you, and also make sure that you are wearing a fully covered clothing where you don't give access points for the tick to come and reach your skin. So that is the first basic steps to take care of. In case a tick does bite you, it is very important that you remove it correctly. You need to make sure that you are pulling the tick perpendicular to your skin. And why I say that is because you don't want the mouth parts to get stuck in the place where it has bitten. If the mouth parts are stuck, it can become a site for possible future infection. So you want to avoid that. So make sure that you are removing it in such a way that the entire tick comes off. But once you've taken the tick off, you will see local swelling around that area. So you can address that by just applying any topical antihistamine ointment and let it go. If you feel a lot of itchiness, you can also take an over-the-counter antihistamine, but it is most necessarily not required. Having said that, if your tick bite is followed by fever and you're feeling fatigue, then make sure that you're getting it checked, and it is not coming down, then make sure that you're getting it checked with a doctor, because you could have caught any form of tick fever. So with ticks, you need to be extra careful. And in case if you're taken off the tick and the mouth part was attached and it has become a source of infection, you might also have to start on an antibiotic course. Again, for that, make sure that you reach out to your doctor and ensure that it is getting treated. So this is regarding a tick. The third one that can happen on a trek is what happened to me, is that you can get stung by a bee or a wasp on a trek. Most of the time, if there is a bee nest or a wasp nest, ideally try to walk away from their home. If they sense a threat, that is when they come and try and attack you, otherwise they don't. So as much as possible, walk away from there. In an accidental scenario where you do get stung by a bee or a wasp, your hand will swell. You will have a local allergic reaction to the bite. Make sure that the stinger is first actually removed. Usually when the bee is actually has stung you and it's going out, the stinger is left behind in your skin. So you need to make sure that you use some card to just try and push the stinger away. Why do you not use a tweezer? Is because you don't want the venom to be pressed further into your skin. So that to avoid that is why you want to slide something hard across your skin to remove the stinger. The same goes with your wasp, but with the wasp, the sting will go off with the wasp. But once that has happened, you will notice a large swelling, you will see a lot of localized heat, you will feel a lot of itchiness, and it'll also be painful. So you can immediately, what you can do is apply a local cream that will help your skin to cool a little bit. It will also help you with the itchiness, but also take an antihistamine, and if the pain is too much, also take a painkiller, and allow the swelling to come down on its own for the next 4 to 5 days. If after 4 to 5 days your swelling is not coming down, then approach a doctor for further advice. If you do experience very severe reactions to an insect bite, you might also experience anaphylactic shock, which means your airways are closing, in which case you might need a dose of epinephrine. Either you might have to inject it yourself, or you might need the team around you to inject it for you. Usually, if you have severe reactions, allergic reactions to any kind of insect bites, you would know already, so you should be carrying also on a trek this injection with you so that it can be given to you in case of an emergency. So these are the most common insects that you will encounter on the trek, and this is what you can do to either prevent them from biting you or addressing the bite once it has happened. Outside these insects, we also see other forms of life on the trek which can come and bite you, for example like a leech. To address what can you do to prevent a leech bite, or what to do after a leech has bitten you, we have another video. The link is down below. Please watch that. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you.